Name the rectangle. The rectangle has two names. One name is the amount, the other name the dimensions. Now you should be able to look at that and tell me immediately what the amount is. The name in terms of amount is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 times 20. The name is 20. 20 what? 20 squares. How do we write squares? 2 zeros. 20 squares or 20 hundreds, 2,000. Our dimensions are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the dimension over 5 bars of 10. The dimension up is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bars of 10. Now that we have our rectangle sitting here, let's look at a multiplication problem. In multiplication, we start out with the dimensions. Let's look at something like let's make it something like 12 times 14. 12 times 14. Of course, we will rewrite that from shorthand to longhand. We will rewrite that as 10 plus 2 and 10 plus 4. Here we have over distance, up distance. Okay, we have to build a rectangle given that information. Let's build our rectangle. Notice, we have to come over 1 bar of 10. Let's do that. Let's come over 1 bar of 10. Here I will come over 1 bar of 10. And I'll slide this over so that's all we see is that we are over 10. But we need to come over 2 more units. I will do that. I will come over 2 more units. I have come over my over distance, 10 plus 2. I am over 10 plus 2. Now let me check and see how far I should be up. I should be up 10 plus 4. I will come up 10. I must also come up 4 more. I have come up 4 more. I am over 10 plus 2. I am up 10 plus 4. And now to complete my rectangle, I need to fill in the corner. Here, I will get out the piece to fill in the corner. Okay, notice, I built my rectangle starting with my distances over and up, dimensions, or factors. Notice, I now have multiplied because I have built a rectangle. Multiplication is building a rectangle. I was given what? I was given one name. This is one name. Dimensions or factors is one name of a rectangle. Now I want to find the other name for the rectangle, the amount. I will write down the amount. But what I can see is that my rectangle is made up of 4 rectangles. So let's write down the amount in each one of those rectangles. Notice there is the rectangle to the top and to the right. It contains 8 units. There is the rectangle next to the units. It contains 4 tens. Here we have this rectangle with 2 tens. And here we have this rectangle, 100. So what do we have totally? We have 100. We have 6 tens. We have 8 units. Or we have 168. What did we do when we multiplied? We found the second name, or the other name, for the rectangle. We were given the first name, the factors. Now we must find the second name, the amount, 168. Let's do another multiplication problem. Let's do 23 times 32. 23 times 32 means we're given the factors 23 over, 32 up. We could call factors also dimensions, the dimension over, the dimension up. We could also call it distance, distance over, distance up. And here we wrote our shorthand into longhand. Now notice, it doesn't matter what grid I have as long as I examine and see, is this sufficient to come over 2 plus 3? Yes, I can come over 2 bars plus 3, no problem. Can I come up 3 and just come up anywhere? Can I come up 3 bars, 1, 2, 3 bars plus 2? Yeah, I can, no problem. I could use this grid, I could use this grid, just as long as I check, and yes, I can come over 2 bars plus 3, I can come up 3 plus 2 more. Let's build our rectangle. I need to come over, and I'll get another piece of paper. I need to come over 2 bars first of all, so I come over 2 bars. Now that I've come over 2 bars, I still need to come over 3. I've come over 2. I must come over 3. And notice I could have come over 3 right here, but I stop and come over 3 so that I will have my color coding showing that I have come over 3 units. I've come over 3 units, and every time I come up 10, I've got 10 bars. And notice I just grab any rectangle that's over 3. Okay, I have come over 2 plus 3. Now I must come up 3 bars of 10. I will come up 1, 2, 3 bars of 10. It's very sensorial. We can see that we're moving up 1, 2, 3 bars. Then I must move up 2 more bars of 10. Not 2 more bars of 10, I must move up 2 more units. Here we could see how much more I must move up. I must move up 2 more units. I came up 2 more units. Now I need to fill in the corner. I fill in the corner, and I multiplied. What is multiplication? Multiplication is building a rectangle. It is building a rectangle so I can find its other name. What is its other name? Let's find out. Here we have 6 units. Here I have 1, 2 bars twice. I have 4 bars. Here I have 1, 2, 3 bars, 3 bars, 3 times, 3 times, 9 bars. And here I have 2 squares, 1, 2, 3 times, 6 squares. How much do I have? I can just add them all up here. I have 6, 100, 4 tens, 9 tens, 6 units. I have 6 units, 13 tens, which we know is the same as 3 bars of 10, and 100, 736. Let's do this multiplication problem. Let's do 21 times 32. We have the 1 name of the rectangle, over 21, up 32, over 21, up 32, and we wrote it longhand here. Up 20 plus 1, over 20 plus 1, up 30 plus 2. Okay, we need to come over 20 plus 1. And we need to come up 30 plus 2. Okay, let's come over 20. And before we come over the other 2, let's come up 30, or our 3 bars of 10. notice, we can see if we come over our first amount, 20, and stop before we go over our second amount and come up our first amount, we can see exactly what size our first piece or grid needs to be. We could have looked at our problem and said, well, let's see, I need to be over 20 and up 30, and I could have gotten the exact piece. Let's start over again. Instead of using any grid that is large enough, let's get the exact piece that we need. We now have the piece that is over 20. Of course, we need to still come over 1 unit, as we see. We've got the piece that's up 30. Of course, we can see that we still need to come up 2. But we looked at our first distance over and our first distance up, and we got our first piece. Now we can extend our rectangle over 1 unit. I must bring the entire amount over 1 unit. Well, I can certainly see what piece that is. Here, I can trace my finger over 1, up 3 bars of 10. I can visually see what it is. I come over 1 more unit. Now I must come up, now that I've come over 20 plus 1, 20 plus 1, and I've already come up 30. I'm already up 30, so now I must come up 2 more. I must come up 1, 2 more, and I can see what that is, up 2 and over 2 bars of 10. I can see what piece that is. Now all I have to do is fill in the corner with a little rectangle, 1 over, 2 up. Now I can see that I still have, I have multiplied, by the way. I've built a rectangle. Now I want to give the rectangle its other name, amount. Notice, now that I've got 4 individual pieces, I can slide. I can take the bottom and shift it over, slide it over, so that the units are in one column, the tens are in another column, and the hundreds are in another column. I will also shift my little box here. I took the bottom part of my box and I pushed it over so that my tens line up. How much do I have now? I have 2 units, and I will shorthand here my amount. I have 2 times, I have 4 bars, here I have 3 bars, and here I have 6, 2, 3 times, 6 squares, or 600ths. I have a total, 2 units, 7 bars of 10, and 6 hundredths. I multiplied. I built a rectangle. I multiplied, I built a rectangle, so I could find that rectangle's other name. Its other name is 672. 674 and 3, 7 bars of 10, 72. We should now be ready to start in our first book. Book 1.